Jalen Mills has now become a free agent. And now the question is, are we seeing a potential reunion here with Mills and the Eagles? This is off of Bleeding Green Nation. The Eagles have already locked up the cornerback position early in free agency, but they still need to make some moves at safety. Marcus Epps is now in Vegas, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson is a big question mark regarding his return. One interesting option would be to bring back the Green Goblin himself, Jalen Mills, after it was reported that the Patriots were planning to release the defensive back. And from Adam Schefter himself, the Patriots are releasing defensive back Jalen Mills per source. The release saves about $5 million against the Patriots' salary cap. And the article continues on and says that Mills is the exact kind of versatile player that Nick Sirianni likes to have on his roster. His first 4 years in Philly, he played at corner before moving over to safety in 2020. The move was made after Malcolm Jenkins left for New Orleans, and he did a respectable job filling those rather large shoes. In fact, Mills had a career high in 2020, finishing with 74 total tackles, 5 QB hits, 3 passes deflected, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and a sack and a half, which are the only sacks of his career. He left for the Patriots in 2021, but then the Patriots put him back at corner. Despite being a starter, he was never quite as effective as he was in Philly. There were indications that Mills would be moved over to safety, but it turns out they're going to move on from him entirely. So, should the Eagles get him back is the main question here. If we're throwing him back at safety, I'd say it's okay. It's a serviceable pickup. We do have Reed Blankenship, Kevon Wallace, and we're still obviously trying to get C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. And as of right now, at the point of me making and uploading this video, he is not back, nor has he signed with anybody else. The only other team that I've really seen have a really big interest in him is Denver and a little bit from Cincinnati. But that's really it. So the more it goes on that we're just waiting and not hearing anything about him potentially signing with anybody, the easier it'll be for us to sign him back. But at the same time, that just means more teams will also be able to talk with him as well. So we'll see what happens regarding Gardner-Johnson. Should Jalen Mills come back to Philly? I don't know. I'm going to go on this poll that has yes, no, only if C.J. Gardner-Johnson doesn't come back. I'm going to vote, and 56% say if C.J. doesn't come back, sign him. 32% say yes, and 12% say no. So, we'll see how it goes. It's a very interesting developing story right here. And Jalen Mills, I mean, isn't he he's like 28, right? Let me look up how old this man is. He was only here for 4 years, and he's been gone for 2. So, yeah, 28 years old. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let me know what your thoughts are on potentially seeing Jalen Mills return to the link. And I'll see you all later.